Welcome back to Mcoc Albundyrules. I got another Week 5 Summer of Pain SOP boss fight already put one up of Guardian for the text, and I want to do a Spider-Verse one. So I decided to try Spiderham. Spiderham just sounded good to me. So we see Warning, Champion, Boost Health, Amnesia, so 20 effects. As far as the limitations for genetic memory, with perfect recollection is 20, perfect replication, 100% chance to copy up to 20 effects at full duration. And we got adaptive cycle between physical energy resistance, fury, when struck 10% chance to trigger a fury for 8 seconds, 100% attack. Plus 100 attack, not 100%. Powerful, immune to all forms of power manipulation, set up and spike. When they're knocked down, if they have more than 60 buffs are removed, they take 500% of attacker damage as direct damage. Otherwise, attacker takes burst physical damage of 50% of defender's attack, and 95% chance for enemy nullify effects to fail. That is a lot going on there. So I'm going to explain it a little bit more and better as we fight on the main things I am doing. The big thing is I do not want to knock down Venom unless I got at least 60 buffs on him. Which, between the nullify and all that, there's a good chance it's going to be hard to get. But if I'm able to get those poker popper doohickey majiggies, enough of them, I should be able to get a couple specials going on. So we see the poker poppers. I'm not going to be able to play Spiderham like I normally would. Spiderham is actually one of the more fun champs to use. I really enjoy using him, even though him and his cannibalistic hot dog eating ways, but I will forgive him for that because he's pretty cool to play. I don't like fighting him. His animation distracts me when I'm fighting him. When I'm fighting with him, it doesn't distract me for some odd reason. Anyway, so Dexing is going to be key. I don't want to take too much block damage here. Too much block on the Guardian solo I did for the tech objective. I did a lot of parries and blocks because Guardian. Spiderham is a pig, a hot dog eating pig. So I cannot get away with that here. A big thing is I'm also trying to focus mostly on S1s for baiting out. Not necessarily for the purpose of, you may think, of trying to avoid having to dex the S2. In this case, it's mostly because I want to get as many of those poker poppers out as possible. When those red poker poppers are up, if I can get him to do a special, he's going to be doing a lot of damage. So my goal is just keep baiting out S1s, get some poker poppers up here and there, and just let him melt himself is my goal. If it works, well, it's worked in my head. It made sense. Let's see if it actually works the way I thought it might, especially for a good Spider-Verse hero objective, because there's only so many ones who can actually fit into that mold. So we'll also see the gray as far as those poker poppers. The use ones on 25 is the only one I've activated. I have a really good tutorial on how to use Spiderham, and I recommend using him. He can do some insane damage. In the video on the tutorial, I did hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of damage in seconds when you build him up right at those 25 grays. So I am having to use them a little bit differently, but as we see, when I am able to get those poker poppers going on, when I am able to get him moving, throw in those specials in time with that, and as they bank, I'm able to get some good damage going on. I'm already down to 64%. The way I look at a fight like this, where I'm just doing the boss with only one person, as long as I'm able to keep my health above their health at all times, then I'm in a pretty good position. And so far, I'm a decent amount, not a lot, a decent amount above the Venom health, so I'm feeling comfortable. I had over 60 buffs on Venom from those poker poppers, so I felt safe to go and do that S3. We see, unfortunately, those poker poppers were purified by Venom, which made me sad because I would have activated 25 of them, which would have caused some massive damage. So I'm disappointed and saddened that those were purified. However, that's okay. My strategy is working very well. I was able to get the special. I did not get punished for knocking down that Venom, because there were 60 buffs. So if I am able to get 6 of those poker poppers on at once, normally it's a lot easier if you're using S1s to kind of get them. Oh, I took a pretty good clip damage there, as far as not a hit, but on the block. But since I can't use the S1s without knocking down Venom and taking massive damage, I just have to hope for some good luck and get those poker poppers up if I want to use a special. If not, it's not going to be as useful as it normally would. Normally that S3 with 25 of those bank poker poppers would have been extremely useful. Probably would have ended this fight really soon, but since it was nullified, oh well. So went ahead and dexed out that S2. Again, main strategies here is I cannot knock down Venom unless I have at least 6 debuffs on him, which has only happened once this fight so far. Poker Poppers are going to be the most likely one to have 6 debuffs or more. That is the big strategy. Dexing is the huge strategy. I am again relying mostly on S1s for Dex to 1. It is easier to Dex, less kind of risk of messing up, but mainly because I want to get those Poker Poppers out. I have to get him to use a special while the Poker Poppers are red to get him to give himself damage. If they just melt away, then I just wasted an opportunity to have him melt himself some. So a lot easier with the S1s. I am seeing that I got 7 Poker Poppers up, 1 above the minimum, so I can go ahead and launch an S3. I'm hoping that gets some good little damage going on, at least if nothing else. It lets me kind of catch a breath in between the fights, which so far this fight's going way better. For those of you who watched my Guardian solo, it took 475 hits. So that was a long time. I'm already got Venom down to 21% in only 176 hits, so that is well above probably 100%, well, about half as many hits as it took to get Venom down with the Guardian. Of course, without being able to use his specials, and the class disadvantage obviously played a role. But Spiderham really shines here because I don't have to use his specials to make him shine. And although it's a little bit easier, but I don't have to, I can just let the opponent melt himself. I can take advantage of Venom's aggressive fight style here, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Those Poker Poppers are triggering again. If you're not sure what I'm doing or how I'm using Spiderham or what in the world is going on in this fight, be sure to watch my tutorial. Check my champ tutorial playlist. I got over 50 of them, I think, now in alphabetical order. So click on this playlist, click down to the S's, and click on Spiderham. You'll be able to see how to use them in order to replicate on what I am doing now. If you're already comfortable with Spiderham, then my question is, why didn't you already try Spiderham on Venom, right? Because when you think about it, he makes perfect logical sense for the Spider-Verse hero. So, there we go. There's my ham boy with his little hot dog, you little cannibalistic pig, you. When they say pigs lead everything, it looks like it's sure 231 hits, less than half as many hits as it took with my R3 Guardian. And this was just 6-star, this was just an R5, 5-star. So, worked out great. Don't forget to click that top left icon to subscribe to Mcoc, Albundyrules. Turn those notifications on. Get the more videos coming out. Check my playlist, my champion tutorials, all my good stuff, okay? Thank you as always for watching.